everyone! Welcome to my new filming setup in New York. I still have the same backdrop, new chair, we're all good. And I'm here today to bring you my birthday/summer book haul. I'm very excited. I have a lot of books to show you. So let's get started. First, I'm so excited. Gear Breakers by Zoe Hanamikta. I love this book so much. I have already read it and that's why I bought it. I read an arc, so I actually pre-ordered this. Well, it was actually a birthday present and I love it and it is so gorgeous. Look at this, it's so beautiful. This book is basically kind of Pacific Rim vibes, and it says, well, I'm not going to read it because it's kind of an excerpt, but it basically follows a gear breaker who breaks down and attacks these giant godlike machines that are like just basically giant robots who terrorize people, and one of the pilots. And they are kind of enemies to lovers, and the pilot ends up like actually working against Godolia, which is the government that controls these evil robots, and it's just so interesting, kind of weird, and just really fun, very violent. It's a great sci-fi YA story and I love it, and if you haven't checked it out yet, please do. Alright, so next we have a short book that I've been meaning to read for a long time, The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa. I have read The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa pretty recently, and I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. I got this at a recommendation from my Japanese professor a while ago, and I never read it, even though it's super short, so I don't really have an excuse. It's about a math professor who has some sort of degenerative mental disease that causes him to only have like an 8-minute short memory, and then he forgets everything after that amount of time, and it's about his housekeeper. I think it's from her perspective, and I really want to read it, and again, I have no excuse not to, and also it's very pretty. I love the flowers. Alright, next we have a gift from the lovely Jess from Books Past Bedtime. I will link her channel down below. She's the sweetest person ever. Thank you so much, Jess, for this birthday gift. I am so excited to read it. This is one of my most anticipated releases of 2021. I am so excited for this. It is pitched as Ancillary Justice, which if you guys know me, you know is one of my favorite books of all time. Plus Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I have not read, but basically that means it's gay. So, and it is a space opera with a lot of political intrigue and like a murder mystery, and I'm very excited for this. I mean, it just sounds like everything I could possibly want, and this cover is gorgeous. I love it, and I'm here for it. And it also has the arranged marriage, hate to love trope, I'm pretty sure. So I'm excited. I want to read this as soon as possible, but it has the word winter in it, so I don't know if I can bring myself to read it in the summer. We'll see. And then we have The Ones We're Meant to Find. I love this. I actually have a dedicated review of it, so if you want to see my full thoughts on this, please go check that video out. I will link it up there. I love this. I saw this quote, this is sci-fi at its best. Yeah, that is very true. Because first of all, look at this cover. How gorgeous is this? Like, this is one of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen. And I love this book so much. It follows 2 sisters who are separated. One lives in this futuristic eco-city after the Earth has been ravaged by ecological disasters. And the other, who's named C, is on a deserted island, and she doesn't know why or how, and she just wants to get back to her sister. This book has so many twists and turns. It is so good. I loved it. I thought it was super creative and amazing and something you need to read. So I'm so glad to own it. And then I got a journal, which was a going away gift to me from my therapist, which was so nice. This is the sequel to the journal that we had used together, and it's called Made Out of Stars by Meena Lee Patel, and it basically has all these quotes and a bunch of prompts to like, I don't know, figure out your life or whatever you want to do. And it's so pretty. Like, look at these illustrations. They're so gorgeous. I love this, and I cannot wait to start using it because I really liked the first one of this journal series. So, very excited for this. And then I have a book that I am so excited for, How to Pronounce Knife. I am so excited to have this in my hands. I'm going to read it very soon because I can't wait. This is a short story collection about Lao refugees. This book is a short story collection about Lao refugees. I believe this is... Let's read some of the synopsis. A failed boxer painting nails at the local salon, a woman plucking feathers at a chicken processing plant, a housewife learning English from daytime soaps, a mother teaching her daughter the art of worm harvesting. Wow. The author is focusing on the struggles of making a living, illuminating your hopes, disappointments, love affairs, acts of defiance, and above all, the pursuit of a place to belong. So, I am very interested in this because I'm really interested in reading more about refugees and immigrants, and I have heard great things about it. Books and Lala gave this 5 stars, and I've also wanted to try more short story collections. I am considering having a short story vlog where I read this and a couple others that I've been eyeing, so let me know if you'd like to see that, and I'm very excited to read this. And then I got my favorite sci-fi space opera duology of all time, the Texkalan duology by Arkady Martin. I think I pronounced that right. A memory called Empire and a desolation called Peace. I love this. You guys know, if you watch my videos, I am absolutely in love with this duology. I absolutely love the world building in this and the language aspect of it and just everything. I would read a Texkalanli phone book if I could. I just love this. I am already planning to reread this because it's just amazing. It's a beautifully crafted space opera, and the first book has a murder mystery element to it, and of course, they're sapphic. Perfect. So this is my favorite series of all time, and I'm so happy to own these beautiful hardcover copies of it. Next, we have The Once and Future Witches. Wow, this is a big book. Big and Heavy by Alex E. Harrow. I loved this book. I read it on audio and I gave it 5 stars. It was my favorite book that I read in January of this year, so I am so excited to own it. I loved this story so much. It follows 3 witches who are sisters and who kind of ended up estranged from each other, and in the beginning you see them all finding each other again, and they are set in the 20s during the suffragette movement, so that's a really interesting backdrop. But it's mostly about these sisters and their relationships with each other, and I just love the 3 of them so much, and how different they are, but also how they are really, and how well they, all 3 of them, represent womanhood and like the different aspects of being a woman. I think this book is so beautiful and magical, and I'm so happy to own it now. And then the last one is The Beast Warrior by Nahoko Uehashi. Also beautiful. Look at this illustration. It is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This is the sequel to The Beast Warrior. No, this is The Beast Warrior. This is the sequel to The Beast Player, which I actually don't own because I listened to that on audio, but this does not have an audio version, so I couldn't read it, and it wasn't on Libby in an ebook, I don't believe, but I don't like ebooks anyway, so I wanted to have the hardcover edition because it's beautiful, and why not? And I really, really liked The Beast Player, the first one. It is about this girl who, her mom dies in the beginning, and she has to go and find, what to do with herself, and she ends up becoming the caretaker to these royal beasts that you see in the background, and she has a very special relationship with one of these beasts. And I think this book, it's a fantasy series, but it really deals with the relationship between humanity and between humanity and animals really, really well. And I just love it. I love the main character. I think the world is super unique and interesting. And of course, it's translated, and I love reading more translated works, so I'm very excited to read the final book in this duology. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this book haul. I hope you enjoyed. If you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. And I'll see you next time. Bye!